Good morning guys, welcome back to Retrofits. Today is Saturday the 9th of November. It's getting cold. Winter is definitely here. Alexa was telling me this morning that the highest temperature today will be 9 degrees Celsius. So definitely got the heaters on. Today I'm kicking off with a diagnostic and an upgrade, 2 in 1. So starting off with this Audi A1. And there's a blue car right there. So this is a 65 plate 2015-2016 Audi A1 Sportback, and it's in for diagnostics. It's a bit of a weird one. The owners have told me that when they have the car on, there's a cable they've got that goes into the glove box, which they plug into for music. This thing, and it's got a lightning connector. Okay, so they plug their phone straight in and they can play music. But when they do so, sometimes the steering controls don't work, sometimes these controls don't work. And I was like, okay, that's a bit weird. So they want me to find out what's going on with this and let them know, give them a diagnostic report. If something needs replacing, let them know, and so on. So that's what this one's in for. That's going to be a bit of a tricky one, I'm not going to lie. And the one outside, this is a 2019 Audi TT, and this is in to have Apple CarPlay enabled. That's got the lovely, I absolutely love these seats. These are the inspiration seats that I used when I custom trimmed my RS7 seats that I've got in my one over there. But yeah, okay, so this car, I know I just put it into the passenger side. It's fine, I'll lean over. If we look on the main screen, I'll go to the menu. There you go. So here you can see settings, Audi Connect, map, navigation. No mention of the Audi smartphone interface. So that's what I'm going to enable on this system. Need to do some updates and activations, and then that will be that. So I can do both at once pretty much, because for the first stage this just needs updates. I need to kick off the updates and I can go and work on the A1 inside. It's been about 25 minutes. This car, I've gone through it. I can't find the fault. There's no faults listed when you scan the car, and it works as expected for me when I plug my phone in and try to replicate the issue. So I'm not sure what to do with this one. I might just hand it back and say, look, I can't find any fault. It is what it is. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, but if we can't find a fault, you know, I can't diagnose it. This one's all done as well. So with this car, it was already the correct software version, which really helped. I didn't have to do all the updates. I just did the activations. So now you can see right there, it says Audi smartphone. And if I just, actually I don't even need to click into it. If I just get the cable, so the owner has a blue lightning connection right here, plug my phone in, and it switches to Apple CarPlay. And there you go, we're in. So I can use the controls here to go through it. I can use the controls down here to also cycle through, and it all works. Use the back button. Yeah, factory wired CarPlay, fully activated and working on the customer system. So nice, quick and easy. This is done. I'll get both owners to come collect their cars because there's not much else that I have left to do on either of them. Okay, next car in, 2016 Audi S8. This is an absolute monster. I've just spoken to the owner. The S8 comes standard, I believe, at 550 brake. This one's been mapped to 700 plus. This thing's an absolute weapon. Big limousine, lovely car. Carbon details on the doors, on the dash, and these lovely comfort seats with the airplane style headrests. They're nice. Ventilated seats. Yeah, everything about this is just luxury. Massive space at the back. Now, the owner's brought me something to install in his car. An Amazon Fire Stick. The car is in to have Apple CarPlay installed, but while it's there, he's also asked, can I get a Fire Stick to work along with it? And I said, sure. What can't we do? So in here, it's the standard D4 A8 setup on the screen. So it's MMI 3G Plus on this car. It didn't have MIB2 like newer cars or other cars of this year did. The A6, A7 got MIB2 on the higher end, but for some reason Audi left the A8s on MMI 3G. So anyway, we're going to install an aftermarket CarPlay kit. We're going to also install the Amazon Fire Stick to it. It won't come up with any new menus here, but it will just switch to it when the phone's in the car. You can connect to it. I'm going to add everything into the glove box as I normally do. and we'll come back to it and run through what we've done to it later. So at the moment it is now 12:26 on the clock up there. I reckon about an hour to hour and a half by the time we're done with this car. Air suspension, nice. It's got all of it on there. Okay, so 225 done on the S8. Well, kind of done. The Fire Stick doesn't work. So the CarPlay box has a HDMI port in it, which is what we normally use to plug in the Fire Stick into. For some reason, this CarPlay box doesn't allow HDMI to be activated. To be fair, I'm seeing that trend quite a lot with the CarPlay boxes. They have HDMI ports, but they're not enabled in software. And that is the case with this one. We actually went for this box specifically to get the HDMI working, but for some reason it doesn't work. So the other option would be to put in a media box into the glove box. I've offered that to the owner. He said no for the time being. He said CarPlay is the main thing he needs. So I've got the cable coming out of the glove box. If I plug that into my phone, give it a few seconds, it should switch. Go, like so, to CarPlay. Now we use the factory controls to control it. And as you'd expect, everything else works. Maps, music, even the Hey Siri stuff will work as well. So yeah, the owner at least will get this lot. What I mean about, if I go to home, the CarPlay box has these extra options. So you've got Android Auto, you've got USB input that you can plug a media USB into that port, and it'll come up there. It's got a weird version of YouTube, which I'm not a great fan of because it's kind of flaky, the one that come on there. But there's nothing here to say HDMI. Normally there would be, but this one doesn't seem to have it. It's a bit weird. Now if I go back up to, where's the CarPlay? Hang on. There is a way, I don't think if I, oh yeah, there you go. So yeah, everything else is working. So that's that. We're going to hand over the car back to the owner. I've got another 3 cars pull up outside, so yeah, busy. Okay, next one. Absolutely gorgeous Audi RS Q3. Is this Nardo Grey? It does look it. I think it's Nardo Grey. I haven't looked it up. But yeah, lovely car. This is in for 2 things. One, this giant Maxim Design box. So for those who don't know, we are Maxim Design dealers. We can get hold of these kits a little cheaper than what you would. And this owner wanted the whole kit, so I said, you know what, let's organise it for him. Now, I can't remember what it is we've got in the box, but there are quite a lot of pieces to go on the car. So we're going to go ahead and get that stuff out, install it onto the car, and then he's got a little addition he wants on the inside, which I'll show later on. While that's happening, oh, number plate cover just fell off. While that's happening, we've got a Q7 outside, and this, oh, it's locked. Let me go grab the key. Oh, unlocked, thank you. Loads of times I call it a Stormtrooper. It's absolutely gorgeous. Big, black and white Q7. For those who don't remember, it has a massive Quattro logo across the back. Anyway, I got the key for it. So the reason this car has come in, look at this lovely brushed metal design. Love it. He wants the sport dials. Oh, Michael Jackson. Yes. Okay. Yeah, he wants the sports dials in there. So if I hit the view button, you'll see it just switches between the standard dials. Let me see, does it allow me? No, it just gives me the additional display. It doesn't give me any menu options. So we're going to change some of the coding in this, get the sports dials to show, and then he can switch between this and the sport dial as in how he wishes. All right, let me set up Simon with the Q3 parts. Okay, that quick, I am done. It's like 5 minutes later. So now if I click it, we have a new menu which says layout. So if I go in and select it, there you go. So now it's showing, let me just come around a little bit closer. So now it's showing the classic one. If I go up, I've got sport layout. Click into it, accept it, and just wait for it to do what it's doing. Takes there you go, done. It says SQ7 as well. Right, now if I back out of it, that's it. So now we can hit view and it switches to the double speedometer thingy and one central rev counter speedometer. Yeah, lovely. Okay, this is done. This one can go. I've got the RSQ3 inside with the Maxim bits, and I've got an A8 just on that side in for diagnostics. So Okay, so this Audi A1 came to us, I'd say a few weeks back now. When it came to have the interior lighting rewired. One of the other things that the owner actually did at the time was to place an order for a custom steering wheel. That wheel is in today, so I've invited him down to get it installed. So at the moment he's just got a standard half perforated leather round steering wheel, and what we've got for him is a full perforated flat bottom steering wheel with white stitching. So this is going to go in place of that one. We do have to change out the airbag because the airbag connectors behind it are different on the round wheel to the flat bottom, but we do have an airbag there as well that's going to be installed on this. So I'm going to quickly flip this out. Where's the key? Yeah, going to real quick flip this out. It says it's 3. Okay, just like that, 3 minutes later, steering wheel is done. So now, fully perforated, flat bottom, white stitching, S-Line logo. This is a manual car, so no flappy paddles. And the white buttons all light up properly and they work. As you can see there, if I move the volume here, it comes up with, well, volume not available because nothing's playing. But yeah, done, and all important horn works too. So that's good to go. No airbag lights. This is perfect. Right, back to the... Right, so it's just gone past 4 o'clock. We are now done on the RS Q3. So you can see there, the front Maxton lip has now been fitted to the front there. Along the side, with the side skirt running down. Looks good. Up on the back, we've got the spoiler lip. That looks cool. And then because it's a RS Q3, it's already got a black one up there as well. So yeah, it looks wicked. And then obviously the other side skirt down that way. And then inside the car, the little addition that the owner asked for was this. So this is our Android media boxes. So if I go out on the main menu, it says Apple CarPlay is connected. Tap into that and it comes up with this interface. So the box is this thing down here. There we are. We've got the little media box installed. It just plugs straight into the USB port into the car. And then we've also got a little remote control. Taken the plastic film off the keyboard. I let the owner do that. I don't want my grubby fingerprints all over his stuff. But yeah, if I just push, there we go, if I go right, you can see it moves over. Left goes back. So it all works. You've got full keyboard for searching stuff if you're on YouTube or whatever. I've also set it up with, so it does have the YouTube app. I'll actually show you this. If I tap on YouTube, this is the Android official YouTube app for this device. Oh, it's not coming up with anything. You have to sign in. But if I go to the shorts... yeah, I really don't like this interface. When you do get the home bit working, so it wants me to sign in and stuff, it shows up like one icon here and then the whole description going across the screen. Kind of useless for the space that it has. Whereas, let me just get the remote, go back to the home. This one is called Smart Tube. Now, if I go into that one, it will bring up the icons in a better format for this resolution and this size of screen. So you can see now I've got thumbnails that I can click into, and it just works better. And I can just flick across, pick a video, play it, and it will start. Literally, as long as it's got internet. There you go. Now, I've put the system on our Wi-Fi here just to be able to test it and make sure it works. So that's where the Wi-Fi is coming. But if you were driving, you'd tether it to your phone or get a little MiFi box or something and do the Wi-Fi that way. But it does have Netflix. We've got Spotify up there, and you've got a whole host of apps that you've got. They've also got access to the Google Play Store, so you can download extra apps if you want through that. I have the same system in my car, and in mine I've included the Ring app. I've got Amazon Prime. I've got my own IPTV system as well, so I can watch live TV. Yeah, it's really cool, and this just works on the fly as you're driving. No need to do video in motion, it just works. So yeah, this is what the extra bit the owner asked for. So that's all done. We're going to pull this one out. I've got one more waiting outside, so I'm going to swap the cars over, jump onto the next one. This RS Q3, lovely car, and now looks just that touch bit meaner with that lip kit on it.